Okay, so our first topic that we're going to talk about, and one of my favorite things to do with what I consider homesteading, is sourdough, because bread is life, right? I absolutely love bread. Maybe you do too. And if you don't, I don't know if we can be friends, but we'll try anyways. I absolutely just love, excuse me, sourdough. It's very simple. It's nutritious and it's very easy. But with sourdough, it can be very intimidating at first, right? Like if you've never experienced it. I remember asking a friend about it who was doing it, and she had this nonchalant attitude. I don't think she wanted to teach me anyways about it, but I was like, what is that? And she's like, oh, it's just this. And I was like, okay, do you want to tell me about it? And she didn't. So it took me about a year after that till I actually was like, I'm going to do this sourdough thing, and I'm just going to start from step number one. We've talked about starting at step number one. You have to do that with sourdough. And it's brilliant. It's been years now, and I absolutely love it. And I teach sourdough classes, and the people who go and do it now, they're like, that is amazing and so much more easier than they thought it was going to be, which is cool, right? I always say I'm not a rocket scientist. I'm not out there formulating, calculating things. I just like to do a lot of different things. It's my creative outlets on a lot of different things, and sourdough happens to be one of them, and it's delicious. So I have on my resource page, there's a specific detailed outline step by step. And I just walked 100 students through this online, and it worked out fabulously. You go to the website and you start at the top. You read that top part. You watch that first video. Okay, you did that. Step number one. You're going to go to read it, watch it, read it, watch it. You're going to start to implement and make your own starter. And I walk you through all the recipes, all the tricks, how to do your first easy sandwich loaf all the way up to an artisan loaf. So that'll be on the resource page. I highly suggest that you go ahead and check that out. A lot of people, I've had a lot of good feedback about that, which is really exciting to hear that. So patience is key with sourdough. It does take a while to get established. It can take several weeks, maybe a little bit longer, depending on your kitchen and the temperature and the atmosphere. And it is moody. It's a living thing, but it's very easily, and you can do it basically how you start. It's so simple, guys. I use a quart jar. At first, I have a breathable lid, which could be a coffee filter or some cheesecloth or something like that. You are literally just going to start with flour and water. And what it does, the flour and water, because you mix it together like a pancake consistency, it's going to grab in the yeast from the air. We have wild yeast everywhere. It's just everywhere. There's nothing you can do about it. It then goes into the flour water mixture, and it starts to eat it and ferment it. And that's where you get the bubbly stuff. Again, this takes a month, so be patient with it. It will smell like nothing but your child's volcano paper mache thing. Not that fun. But in the month's time, it's going to get that bubbly, smelly, fermenty type thing that makes what fabulous sourdough is. And the purpose of making sourdough bread is, one, you don't have to buy the yeast from the store anymore. Yay, that's a manufactured yeast. I just try to stay away from anything from the manufacturers with the stores and stuff like that. But so what it is, it's that yeast is the purpose of sourdough is that it turns the bread actually healthy, especially when you learn later on, this is step number 99, how to use freshly milled grains. You are having an abundance of insane amount of nutrition in bread. Bread's not scary. Bread is good for you. It's okay. But at first, it's breaking down that gluten and that phytic acid and stuff like that. So then when you digest it, your body can go ahead and handle it better and then absorb any of the nutrients that is in the flour or any of the add-ins that you add in and stuff like that. So that's what makes sourdough really cool, is that it actually ends up being a way healthier type of bread. And again, it's only when you start to make your own artisan loaves, which I don't have one here because my oven is broke. That's a story. That's a dramatic story. But you're basically just using flour, water, and salt, and a little bit of technique and some patience, and you will have amazing bread that makes great grilled cheese. It makes we don't buy crackers anymore because to find organic crackers is really hard or really expensive, and it's just silly. So either I make crackers with the discard, which is super easy, Or I just cut up that artisan loaf and we just, you know, rip it up and put that in all of our chilies and our soups. And that is just a fabulous way to eat the sourdough. But you can make everything, which this morning I actually made, which is kind of funny. I just travel with my English muffins. But these are English muffins, extremely easy to make. You don't need an oven. You just use your stovetop after you let it ferment overnight. And then you can make wonderful, let me see where I can put this, wonderful all kinds of stuff. So it doesn't have to be that intimidating artisan loaf. I make a ton of pizza, English muffins. You can make donuts. You can make sweet things. There's just a whole plethora of fabulous recipes out there. And then that way it's healthier. And then you can have bread and it's easier to feed everybody too. You can make sandwich loaves and be like, just go make yourself a sandwich and just leave me out of it, right? And if you make a mistake, breadcrumbs. Okay, this is a life metaphor. If the loaf doesn't turn out, you make it into breadcrumbs, right? Instead of lemons into lemonade, we are making bread into breadcrumbs. And then you can make your homemade chicken nuggets, which there's a recipe on my site for that too, of course. But so keep that in mind about the sourdough and everything like that. So I hope this gives you a little encouragement to go ahead and try it if you have not already tried it. If you're already on the sourdough train, I know you're probably giving me a high five because it's an amazing thing. But again, that resource list is going to walk you through everything. And there's a chat link as well that you can just message the group and ask questions and we'll be able to help answer you. So let's go on to the next thing, shall we?